without doing any preparation, without having local talks?
We reached out to Bean There Cafe, who had worked with us last year when we had partnered with Toys for Tots. We have partnered up with Rock the Vote to create awareness, to get people registered who may be first-time voters, to let people know who are Mae fans or music fans how important it is for you to get out there and vote, and to let your voice be heard and to influence the next 4 years.
One thing that was awesome is afterwards we had asked a bunch of people to stick around and discuss their thoughts, and to hear the range of opinions and just how honest and open people were about how that actual debate had shifted their thinking or opened them up to new ways of looking at issues. And I was really impressed by the level of thought that was taking place. And I mean, some of these kids were 16, 17, not able to vote yet, but like the average age seemed to be around 19 to 22 or so, somewhere in that world. And
every candidate has a percentage of energy they can direct towards, just a set of core issues, and I feel like it's starting to come clear with, Obama's, focusing more on, I know for me, like an important thing is the focus on college students.
Just to agree with one of them, you can't just agree with one person on every subject, because not one person's right about everything. It's impossible. Yeah. So some policies, I'd be with McCain, but on some I'd be with Obama.
If it's this bad now for somebody that has to work 40 hours to pay for themselves for school, what is it going to be like when I have 2 kids and I have a mortgage payment and I have to pay car payments, and my kids are going to be in college? Am I going to be able to do it?
There can be issues where candidates say, yeah, I would have no problem with that, but I think that's not a very powerful answer, because that means that you probably won't stop it, but you won't do anything about it.
I think the best thing we can do is maybe go directly to their websites and read exactly what they say, because they do make it a point to give you as up-to-date information as they can on where they stand on certain views and policies. And I feel like we're more connected, and we're more interested, and we're more determined to get as many of the facts right and understand them as we possibly can.
And welcome to the second presidential debate, sponsored by the Commission on Presidential Debates. Tonight's debate.
And at this point, you better be registered, because pretty much half of the country, the deadline was yesterday for.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the states have the deadline's already passed. About 5 or 6 states, the deadline happened yesterday, and for another number of states, the deadline happens today. So the deadline is within this, 3 or 4 day span. So you should definitely check it out. Go to rockthevote.com and see when your state places its deadline. I mean, there always, I think in presidential debates, there always should be more answers, but I think that is just the nature of trying their best to gain more votes while trying their best to not lose the votes they have. So it kind of keeps them stuck in this middle ground.
It was a gift to the band for Wolf Blitzer, signed a picture of his face and half his body, and then you also, on our flight back from Fayetteville after the University of Arkansas show, or before, you ran into Paul Begala. And I was just thinking while watching CNN and trying to not be steered by the media, that there was so much in this section,
realizing that no matter what kind of opinions I come to this with, if I'm not careful to just allow myself as much unfiltered participation in this as possible, that it's easy to be manipulated by those subtleties of pundit
the parts that do not matter to the actual.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless of where you go, if you do have a bias or an opinion on where you watch the debate, if you watch it on CNN tonight, as we learned, and it could be on every single other news channel, that you're going to have as much outside influence just like distracting and tapping you on your shoulder and, you know, messing everything up as you can possibly have. And that's just equally as frustrating, that like you can't get answers from the candidates, and at the same time you feel like maybe I missed something because for a split second, you know, I didn't hear this, and there's there's 2 points separated here. Educate yourself and research and vote.
Clap your hands if you love hot dogs. You can come up here and eat 4 hot dogs. Get up here. Get up here. Well, thanks, first of all. And second of all, there's 5 more hot dogs.